A new article is making some startling claims about Los Angeles Dodgers star Yasiel Puig and how he escaped from Cuba to the U.S. And now some are wondering if he could be in danger. CBS 4's Elliot Rodriguez is in the newsroom to explain why. Elliot.
Well, Rick, Cuban baseball defectors have often faced danger leaving the island to play in the major leagues, but this story takes it to a whole new level. Yasiel Puig was held captive for more than 2 weeks by members of a drug cartel, and one of his captors was murdered in Mexico. Cuban defector Yasiel Puig has made news on the baseball field and behind the wheel of a car where he was clocked going more than 100 miles an hour. Now, an article in Los Angeles magazine tells the harrowing story of how Puig made it from Cuba to the major leagues.
He knew he was dealing with smugglers. There is no other way to get off the island than to deal with smugglers.
The magazine claims Puig's journey was financed by a Miami man named Raul Pacheco. In June of 2012, he offered Cuban smugglers $250,000 to take Puig from Cuba to Mexico with the help of a Mexican drug cartel. But Pacheco didn't come up with all the money.
Once they get to Mexico, that's where the craziness begins. He's in a dumpy motel off the coast of Cancun, and they want their money.
The article claims Puig was held captive for more than 20 days while the price of his release was negotiated. At one point, a smuggler named Leo wanted more money for his release.
Leo turned up dead. He was shot 13 times in a sort of upscale district of Cancun.
Finally, Pacheco reportedly sent in a rescue team that got Puig out of Cancun and took him to Mexico City. Soon after that, he tried out for the Dodgers, not only making the team, but making millions. Puig signed a 7-year contract worth $42 million. According to the article, Raul Pacheco gets 20% of Puig's earnings for life. So far, Pacheco has not been found to discuss the story, and Yasiel Puig isn't talking about it. In the last 5 years, at least 20 Cuban defectors have signed major league contracts worth more than $300 million. Every single one of them has his own story of how he escaped to make those big league dollars. In the newsroom, Elliot Rodriguez, CBS 4 News.